friends, and welcome back to my channel. I am Cher, and I am so excited because it is feeling like spring outside. It's been beautiful spring weather here in Florida. So I've got spring fever, and I thought it'd be a fabulous time to talk about all the fun spring makeup colors, particularly lip shades. So in today's episode, we are going to be covering my favorite spring lippies. So if that interests you, make sure you stick around, pop that subscribe button, and we're going to hop right on in. Okay, if you guys are new here, just a little bit about me really fast. I am actually a professional makeup artist, and so a lot of the shades that I'm going to share with you guys today are actually some of my favorite shades that I use for my clients. I do a lot of weddings, and the pinks and the bright pinks, all of these shades are perfect for spring, but they're also so popular and perfect for weddings. So you're going to see a huge overlap, and I was like, I've been wanting to share all my favorite bridal pink lipsticks, and I'm like, you know what? This is the perfect timing because they're also going to be what I'm rocking for spring as well. Now, I think everybody kind of tends to go with their safe neutrals. I wear neutrals all the time just because they go with everything. They're safe. Nobody's really looking at you funny, and you don't stand out from a crowd a whole lot. But one thing I don't know if you realize, when you go with brighter pinks and shades, blush is very into just the beautiful blushes of spring. These colors and shades can really make you look younger. Now, I'm 44, so the thought of something that's going to make me look in my 20s again really interests me. So that is going to be my tip also. Don't be afraid to play with these colors and get really bold and really just pretty in pink. And I'm sorry that it's like pink. It's going to be a lot of pink today because, you know, when you think of spring makeup, you think like bright pinks and everything. It really can make a huge difference. You'll get a ton of compliments, I promise you. So let's dig in, and I'm going to show you my favorite shades. We are going to start off with probably my favorite perfect pink bridal lipstick. I just did this one on a client. It looked so good on her. She wanted pink, and we did the pink. So I'm going to show you that one first. Okay, so this is MAC Please Me. So I'm going to swatch them, but I'm also going to try all of these out on the lips so you can see how it looks on my lips, okay? And I'll try to do the combination I would use, like my favorite combinations. So let's first swatch it, but you see we've got this very bright pink. Is that not perfect for spring? That is the perfect bridal and spring lipstick, if there was ever one ever known. Now, I am going to share what I have on my lips right now. I have on nothing on my lips except for this clear lip gloss that was gifted to me by City Lips. This is good stuff, guys. It's like a plumping. It does give you a little bit of that tingling, stingling feeling that you get sometimes from lip plumpers, but it is worth it. It is moisturizing, but it's very plumping. So I recommend like a plumping or a lip softening or something before you get started with your lip combos. My favorite lip liner to pair with this Please Me lipstick is actually a drugstore one. This is Maybelline, and it is the shade Magnetic Mauve, and I will swatch that too for you. Okay, it has, here it looks like a little bit of like a dusty rose, but it's just, it's very hard to find a good like pink toned lip liner out there. This one, I searched so many, y'all. I bought like 30 shades of lip liners looking for just this tint, and I finally found it. So I just always, you know, when you find that one, you stick with it. So we're going to try this out. Hey guys, and I do overline my lips because I need to, because I don't have big lips. Keep in mind that your lip liner is kind of like everything, okay? You can just about get away with not a whole lot of lipstick if you have the right lip liner shade. You could color almost your whole lips in with the lip liner and just do a little touch of lip gloss or whatever, and it's lipstick. So, lip liner, you know, everybody pays attention to the lipstick, but you really want to be paying attention to your lip liner. That really makes the lips, guys. Okay, so now I'm just going to put this directly on my lips, and I will sanitize it later for clients because it's just easier than trying to get out all the brushes and stuff. And there you have it. How gorgeous is that, guys? Is that not gorgeous? I love it. I love it so much. Now, I would normally at this point mix a gloss with it, but it really stands out on its own, I think. I normally pair it with my Arbonne. This is a good pink tint, but you know, I know that you guys might not always access MLMs. See, it's a fairly close shade. I need to use a Q-tip or something because I don't put glosses directly on my lips. I don't think the Q-tip's even going to go in this one to show you. And it really doesn't change it too much. It's just to have that same kind of pinky color, but to give your lips a gloss on the top. So there is your first combination. Okay, for a similar pink shade as that one, I love Anastasia Beverly Hills Sweet Pea. So just a slight difference in the pink. I'm going to swatch that one for you. I mean, almost a lot like the Please Me. I will show you the difference. I should have kept the other swatch on. But there's Please Me. So very similar, but just a slight change in the pink. And I like to pair that one with MAC Soar, which you can also, there's several dupes for MAC Soar lip liner. There's Blushing from LA Girl Liner. And there is also NYX Ever is another one. So pretty much the similar same shade as this one, just so you guys know. So there is our combo. And then I can either do that Cala lip gloss, or I really like the e.l.f. Sparkling Rose is a really pretty pink, bright color. I'll show you in a minute. But it does have a tingling on the lips. Sometimes e.l.f.'s lip glosses sting a little bit. I don't know. So if you don't like stinging, find you one that's not as much of a plumping lip gloss. All right, let's give it a shot. Here is Soar. I like to kind of fill it around the lips. And now let's try out Sweet Pea. Slightly, I'd say it's maybe a little lighter. And this one gives a little more of the 3D effect because it's, you know, the Soar is kind of darker than that magnetic mauve. So here is e.l.f. Sparkling Rose. You can see it is a very bright pink. It's just if you can stand the stinging, the tingling sensation. And we're gonna go in with a Q-tip on this one too. And there you have it. Okay, the next one is gonna be more of like a light, like lilac lavender color. It is very hard to find this color. So this one's actually a drugstore combo, and I found it just because, you know, I get clients all the time that will bring me inspiration pictures. And so I've had several that had this very light, like lilac-y color lips. And I was like trying to find the colors that were going to match that. And so this is always my go-to for when I need that very light color, but it just makes that perfect Easter lilac color, I think. So this is, I actually use this as lip liner. It's not really a lip liner. You use this more as a lipstick, but this is NYX, the Lingerie Push Up, and I use it as a liner just because it is sort of like a pencil glide. So actually, let me go ahead and swatch it. So see how it's kind of got like a purpley, lavendery color. And then I usually will pair that with, now I don't have the lipstick anymore because this is one that I did the lip palette with, and I put it into my little palette here. That's the color right there. This is, I can't remember the name of it. Since it's in the palette, I'm gonna have to look it up on my little cheat sheet, and I'll put it on the screen for you. I'm just gonna swatch a little bit with my finger this time since it's in the palette, so you can see what that looks like. So see how it's that lilac-y color? Very hard to come by, but the perfect lavender shade. So it is a very light color on the lips. Honestly, if you have very dark lips right now, mine look dark here. It barely shows up. I am going to need one of my little brushes. If I didn't have on the City Lips under this that's already got my lips pretty moist, I would probably come in with more of just like a clear gloss for this one, just because a lot of the other glosses out there are going to almost be a little too dark for this because it's so light. Or I do a very soft, like champagne color, something that's not going to take away from the color too much. But this is the third one now, so perfect for those purple toned wedding looks. So here it is. Okay, next, sometimes when I think of spring, I also think of like a coral color. I don't have a lot of coral combinations, but I have done one on a client that was going more for that almost orangey look. So I did a little bit of a combination of things to get that look. I always use Soar for so many different shades. So I actually used Soar even for this more coral color. So we're going to go back in with Soar. I mixed two things together to make kind of a more corally look. I use this Charlotte Tilbury. This is Angel Alessandra. That's the shade after the model, you know. And then the Tarte Coral Balm with it. And it makes just that perfect like glossy look too on the coral lips. But I pair it with Soar again. Even though that's not as corally, but it just kind of brings it all back in. I don't know, it just kind of all looks right to me. So I need to swatch them for you first. So let's do, here's the Charlotte Tilbury one. So see, it is just giving off just that like orange coral look, in my opinion, you know? And then here is the Tarte. It's not very pigmented, but it just gives the right finish. And then we use Soar with it. So here's the look. Okay, so let's get started. And then I'm going to apply. And then finally, I am going to put this one on because I can sanitize this easier. And it really is this Tarte that really gives it a little more of that coral color. So there you have it. It's a little darker, like, I know it's coming off almost like, you know, brownie. But, you know, I think it has just that perfect, I don't know, like, touch of coral in it for spring. And there you have it. Okay, so I have a couple other MAC shades that are they're all very similar. I've got them all swatched. MAC Mare, which is what I'm holding up right now, is slightly different. And I love to do a lot of these with the same lip liner, MAC Soar. It's just always like a favorite one. And like I said before, you can just find the dupes for them too. So we're going to go with Mare. So I'm going to start off with Soar again. And then we're going to see it's just a slightly darker pink. All right, what y'all think? And then you can always brighten it, lighten it, whatever, with whatever gloss you're using. I am going to show you another lip gloss. Like, I'll use all different glosses with this. But here's another one too. This is Rosewood from Milani. So Milani is one of my favorite lip glosses. These little push-up ones too. Just some of my favorites. I really love the soft rose because it is a very subtle, like perfect pink. But this one's a little darker, which I think matches the Mare pretty well. So I'm going to go with it. So yeah, there it is. Just slightly like a darker pink for you. Okay, guys, I could keep going on forever, but I'm trying to just give you enough of a range of different options. And a lot of my colors might be sort of similar, similar brands and stuff. So I'm just trying to give you enough variation, but I have like 1,000 more that I want to share. But I'm just going to do a little softer pink, and it's drugstore, so that you kind of have a variety in prices and all too. Okay, so this is just for a nice soft pink. If you're not feeling the really bright ones, a little bit lighter. Now, another one I love is MAC Blankety. It's just the perfect soft. I'm going to show that to you real quick. But that's not the one we're going with right now. This is an absolute favorite. Such a pretty like pale pink. You've also got MAC Modesty. It is similar, fairly muted pink too. Very similar. Okay. Also will mention I did not include like liquid lipsticks and lip stains and all of that in this one because I have a ton of like bright ones. I'm just not a big like liquid lips gal unless I absolutely need it to stick. I tend to do more bullet, lipsticks with a gloss. And for bridal, that's what I used. I just wanted to mention those different options. But the one we're going to do right now, this is another one that's in my pan. I panned it, but I do use it on clients sometimes. I think this was the, I can't remember the name of this one either. I'm going to have to look it up. I'll put it on the screen for you. This is the shade right here. It's a little different than the other shades, but this is just a really pretty, like, soft pink on the lips. And then I like to pair it with the Physicians Formula. This one, again, I don't think are supposed to be used as lip liners, but I do use them as lip liners. They have a lot of good, I don't know, the shades just really work. So this one is called Rose Kiss All Day. And there is the liner right there. So I just love how that combo looks. So we're going to go put it on the lips. And you guys, this does have like a rosé smell to it. It has like a scent. So that's kind of fun. There you go. So that just gives you a really soft pink color. And now I'm going to show you that Milani one I was mentioning. So this is Milani Soft Rose, and that's another favorite lip gloss color. I use this one all the time as a favorite. It does have a stinging too. I will warn you. All of these plumping ones have, that's how they do. And there you go. So nice little soft pink lips. All right, one last one. That is a bright, bright pink. Now, this one I tend to do a lot also, even like winter weddings that are wanting almost like a red lip, but we go with like, it's more of a deep cherry or like hot pink, So this is the color. This is Lancome Cherub. And I will swatch that one for you. So see, it is like more of a hot pink. And I really like, now I love to use this shade for reds also. It kind of just depends on what you pair it up with. If you pair it with more of a red color, it will turn more red. If you pair it with this pink, it will turn more pink. So this is LA Girl Berry Wine. It's like a berry color. So it ends up being the perfect shade. But this is for my bold girls who want to go with that hot pink. So we're going to liven it up and go for it. Here he goes. All right, that's it. Isn't that pretty? Bright pink. Now, if I didn't have on this City Gloss underneath, I would just do like a clear gloss over this because there's really not another gloss that I like enough that it would take away from this color. So this is it. Very good. All right, guys, I think that wraps it up. So I hope that that gave you some good ideas, some good shades. I'm always looking at swatches from everybody else, so I love it when people share their lipstick shades with me. Let me know in the comments if you have some favorites. I want to hear all your favorite combos because I'm always looking for combos as makeup artist, different shades. I've still got some more I've got to put together for another wedding coming up where she wants like the brightest pink, neon pink I've ever seen. So if y'all have any ideas for neon pink, let me know down below. I'm trying to check out those shades. So that is it. Make sure you pop that subscribe button if you want to see more like this in the future, and I'll catch you on the next one.